I missed this with Purdue's win over UCLA on Friday night, but Dustin Shute reported that Daniel Jacobson went through full warm-ups before the game. And I don't know if this was new or not. Dustin also didn't know. He said he may have been doing this for a few games, and I'm just bad at noticing things, but I definitely noticed it tonight. And I saw this on my timeline because at Stock Talks 21, Jordan Stocks, which is an account that I've gone back and forth with quite a bit this year, uh, Jordan Stocks said, "Call me crazy, but a fractured tibia can take 3 to 6 months to heal. Daniel Jacobson had what was described as a minor fracture. It's been 4 months. Is there a possibility? Dot dot dot." Obviously, alluding to the fact that hey, if he is available to go through warmups, could Purdue get Daniel Jacobson back before postseason play? Look, logistically, I think it's a fair question. It would be pretty stunning if Purdue actually went there, but I also think given the front court's performance at times this year and the lack of rim protection, I mean, let's not forget this guy started the first game of the year as a true freshman before suffering that heartbreaking injury. So, um, anyways, there's a lot of reasons this will not happen. But let me just throw it to you first. Should this happen? If you were Purdue and there was, let's just say hypothetically, Daniel Jacobson has recovered 90% or better, good enough to go through warmups, maybe good enough to even practice, would you want to rush him back before this season ends?
I would not because I kind of chalked this up as he's gone for the rest of the year, and I think you approached it that way. Um, but I'm gonna give you a cheat code answer right now. This team's a better team with Daniel Jacobson. They're a better team with Daniel Jacobson. I think he would fit really well next to TKR. I think he would solve some problems they have as far as their 2 point defense, and yeah, I think it would make Purdue a better team. Uh, but also at the same time, like why not just you get redshirt freshman uh Daniel Jacobson back next year. They do really good with redshirt freshman bigs or redshirt bigs. Look no further than TKR. I don't know. I'd rather just him get stronger, you know, work towards next year instead of trying to get back on the court this year.
Yeah. So I don't think this is going to happen. I would put it at like a 1% chance max. And there are some comments from earlier in the season from the coaching staff that allude to the fact this is not the plan. Coach Brantley, an assistant coach, said about a month ago, "I don't think he'll practice this season. We're just going to keep him on task. Maybe he'll get to the point. If he's able to do some running and some stuff, it'll be an individual workout type thing. We won't throw him into contact or anything like that." From what has been reported throughout this season, Daniel Jacobson's sole focus has been to hit the weight room and get a lot stronger, which, look, I'm not going to spin this as if it's a positive that a kid fractured his tibia and had a serious injury. But if a kid was good enough to start when healthy coming to the season, is able to spend an entire year in the weight room getting way stronger without focused on defensive assignments and actually playing basketball, you could come into next season with a fully healthy version of Daniel Jacobson that is just physically ahead of where he would have been if he had actually played this season. So that takes a lot of hope, a lot of optimism. But I think Painter and the entire Purdue program are handling this responsibly as they should. This is Daniel Jacobson, a kid they really believe in. Who knows what his future is exactly going to look like? But there's reason to believe he fits the archetype of some of the best centers in Purdue history. He has an offensive skill set. He's shooting threes at his size, starting for Team USA on the under 18 team. Like, you may get 3 to 4 years of Daniel Jacobson after he returns from this medical red shirt. Those 3 to 4 years could end up being as valuable as 3 to 4 years of Braden Smith and Fletcher Lawyer have been in the backcourt. So you don't want to waste one of those unless you believe that this team has national title upside, and unless you see a window with Braden Smith. I don't know if the answer to that question is yes or no, but that would be the argument for it, right?
Yeah, listen, I'm an idiot. All right, hand up on that. If I'm losing in the second round, the round of 64, I'm throwing Jacobson in there like it's nothing. You can't do that, obviously. But I just think you want to, Daniel Jacobson, the minute he steps on the floor, is going to be one of the best shot blockers in the Big Ten. This is a team that is struggles from 2-point defense. Obviously, that would make this team better. But I'm on the same boat as you. I just think you start fresh next year with him being around the program for a year, him getting stronger, him getting healthy, him being in a spot where he can protect himself from, possibly having this type of injury by making the bones stronger, making his body stronger. I think you find yourself in a spot where you're feeling really good and in maximizing next year with the team you have, basically running it back and then adding Daniel Jacobson into that.
It's tough too because I do think like if he was not a freshman, maybe you go there. Like if this injury had happened to like a junior Daniel Jacobson, you might have a little sense of urgency of like, you know what, you're late in your career. Let's get there.
Right.
But it's just you haven't had enough look at him and what this looks like with him on the court to know, right? Like,
Right.
because I hear your point. If I got to the NCAA tournament, I think if you're Purdue, you think you can win the first couple rounds of this tournament without Daniel Jacobson. It's really like, oh, I'm in the Elite Eight playing Duke. It'd be pretty nice to have my 7'4" guy that can block shots and shoot threes. But the thing is, if you get to that point, you're not just gonna like believe you can't win without him because you've gotten to that point without him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree.
But
It,
it's a
it
bummer because again, I don't know. In a weird way, like I do find it weird that he's going through warm-ups.
do you?
A little bit. Just because like if you're Purdue, what's the benefit to like speculation bubbling on this? Like, don't you want to just keep it completely off the radar, not being talked about under wraps?
I, I, I guess, but also like at the same time, I know that warm ups and pregame routines and things like that are used for time to do things like that, like get them on the court, be a part of it, maybe do a little pregame work, a little pregame workout or something like that. I don't see it as like that big of a.
So it's
Obviously,
just
it's got
keeping DJ involved.
keeping them involved, but obviously, to your point, so somebody sees that. I'm sitting in Mackey. We can't defend the rim. I see my 7-footer warming up. I think he could be out there doing something.
Man, just like Dustin is like a great reporter. I read all the stuff that he does on Purdue and Indiana basketball. Like he's fantastic. And if he's like floating, hey, haven't noticed this, and then idiots like us start speculating, and then accounts like Jordan Stocks or like that have big followings or like I don't know, you know what I mean? Like it's we're part of making it a thing, but it's becoming a thing because people noticed it. And if you like to me, I don't know that I would be having him go through warmups if it was really a 0% chance he's returning, just because I wouldn't want people to start talking about this the way that we are, you know?
That's true. That's true. But hey, listen, they're not concerned about that.
Yeah, they're just lock in and who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking my
Okay.
language?
What's that?
You speaking my language here?
I'm speaking your language, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.